I really like the first Hotel Transylvania film, and I have to say the second one is really almost quite as good. It's directed by Genndy Tartakovsky. I apologise if I've mispronounced any of that. And written by Robert Smigel, Adam Sandler, and Durham. And of course, we have the same fabulous voice cast as the first one, with some new additions. Adam Sandler voices Dracula, Andy Samberg is Jonathan, Selena Gomez, of course, is Mavis. We have Kevin James, Steve Buscemi. Really fantastic voice cast, of course, which just gives it a little bit something extra. But even if the voice cast was unknown, it would still be able to carry itself. So I should point out that there will be spoilers in this discussion. If you haven't seen the first film, I won't spoil this film, but I would say definitely watch the first film first. It's brilliant. I think you'll really enjoy it. So the description from IMDb for this one is as follows. Dracula and his friends try to bring out the monster in his half-human, half-vampire grandson in order to keep Mavis from leaving the hotel. So obviously Mavis now has a child. She had a child with a human, and we have this, half-human, half-vampire grandson, and Dennis is not really showing his vampire side. He's definitely more human in his behaviour, and obviously Dracula's going to have some issues with that. And it's all about, Dracula trying to develop his monster side, and Mavis really supporting his human side, and it's all about the child this time, and he's lovely. He's really sweet. The narrative itself is not as gripping as the first film, but I do feel, and I don't know if this is actually correct, but I feel like we have a greater variety of monsters and creatures and beings in this one than we did in the first film. I didn't count them, but that's kind of just what I felt like when watching it. It is as fun. It's very entertaining. There isn't really anything about it that I would change as far as sequels go. I think it's a pretty worthy sequel. I'm not going to spoil anything about it. I'm not going to tell you, what happens in it at all. But I will say, if you liked the first film, you're pretty much guaranteed to like this one. It's maybe a little darker in places, a little bit more emotional and sentimental, particularly revolving this little child, who has the best hair, by the way. His hair is amazing. I love the animation style of this child. I think they just got the design spot on. He's adorable. He has the potential to look quite vicious. Maybe, really. But I think he's absolutely lovely, especially when he's with the werewolf puppies. Adorable, really good fun. All of the things that made the first film really good are still in this, and obviously we have the addition of this adorable little child. I didn't expect to like this as much as I did, as I think I just kind of thought it wasn't going to be as good as the first film or living up to that standard. But actually, I found that it really did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you liked the first film, definitely check this film out. I don't think you'll be disappointed.